2021. Any interesting things like in your life? Let's say how much you need for money for your move. Like how much is good? Because there's like bus, very train, very cheap.
And my mother and their mothers came and got us.
We grew up together.
Well, you grew up together. You're like best friends, like old friends.
Yeah.
You know, before you being like being outside street, like do you remember like your kind of very interesting time, like if it was your family or with your friends, you know?
When I was small, had passed on me. So when I was a kid, my mother and my father, they used to help me around them a lot.
Yeah.
And what happened was, I got the neighborhood we were living in, I got the wrong crowd. And I started going to jail. And when I got out of jail,
Who went to jail?
I did.
You did. How old are you that one?
Well, I went to jail when I was 17.
17 years old. Wow. What was that about?
I was with a group of guys. We was in the store. And one of the guys, we was stealing. And
Selling what? Like from grocery store? What was that thing?
clothing store, some shoes.
Shoes for yourself, or you
Yeah,
just
for us. We
for yourself?
both.
Because you didn't have money to buy it.
Right. We didn't
I mean, you
have-
didn't stole because there's like you wanted because you needed these
Right.
shoes, right? For yourself.
Right, because my mother was very poor.
Oh, okay.
So we didn't have money. So we would go in theirs and with the shoes on. And one day we went in there, it was on a weekend, on a Saturday, and there was some people in there. And as we steal the shoes, we coming up, running up out of there and knocked the old lady down.
So how they figure out you stole the shoes? Because at that time, there's no any technology, right? I know there's right now they put some kind of little small device. So when you go outside, it's gonna beep, right? It happened to me also personally, because they forgot to remove this personal, small device.
Right.
And then, so how they figure out you stole the things like shoes?
How did I get away with it?
How they figure out that you stole it? How they know it?
How did they know I stole the shoes?
Yeah, how they know it? How did they figure out?
Because the manager was walking around, he was looking at us, it was for us.
Oh.
And we come out, and the police was coming in, and they grabbed us.
That's not good time.
Yeah, they grabbed us, and my mother and their mothers came and got us. And
So 17 years old, is it still like you're a kid? Because after 18, you're kind of adult, right?
Right.
So how they put you in prison then if you're 17?
they didn't put me in prison.
Oh, they didn't. Okay. I thought you went to the prison, but you went to the court. What happened? I mean,
Yeah.
or your parents is responsible when you were 17?
No, I went to prison after that.
Oh.
And then when I got out, it was hard for me to get a good job.
Okay.
And
So what happened that time? Like what? I mean, did you pay fine? Did you pay the fee or anything? What happened?
my
Like,
mother did.
so your mother paid the fee?
Yeah.
Or she went to prison?
No, she paid the fee. She paid.
How much she paid?
I can't remember back then, but I want to say about $1,000.
Wow, that time, like, what was the year? I mean, it's like $1,000 was a lot back then, right?
Yeah.
Wow, and she was poor.
Right.
Where did she get the money then?
Well, through the family.
Wow, so you were in big trouble. I mean, you started making a trouble when you were 17. Do you think?
I was raised in the projects. I stayed in the projects. And if you stay in the projects, you end up going to get in trouble. Because that's what it's all around is trouble. But I've been down here 10 years.
10 years?
Yeah.
You mean outside street?
Yeah.
Is that like, you're from Chicago, right?
Yeah.
Where is Paul? Which part?
From here, from the south side.
From south side.
Yeah.
So I know you're here, but I know Southside also a lot of place you can go. I mean, maybe government place or your relatives. While you're in downtown, I mean, you also work here, or instead
No, I
of.
stay down here. We homeless. We live here.
No, I know. There's also like if you're from Southside, I mean, there's also Southside.
All the
You can
buildings-
find a place under bridge, or place some like you can still be homeless in Southside. Why you choose to?
Downtown.
Well, I choose downtown because this is where I was being helped at. This is where the people down here had a heart and they helped us and they fed us and I ain't had to worry about no. They brought us clothes, blankets, and all type of stuff. So we was all right, give us coats, So that was the reason why I lived here. And I still stay down here.
Nice, nice. How long you know each other?
Been knowing each other for years. We grew up together.
What?
We grew up together.
Well, you grew up together. You're like best friends, like old friends.
Yeah.
Old friends.
Since when? Like, since which year?
Since the 80s.
80s. I mean, do you mind if I ask your age?
I'm 56.
Wow, you look young. I mean, honestly, man, I thought he's like 40 something. So he's also 56.
No, I'm 56.
How about you?
54.
54.
Yeah. Be 55 next month.
Wow.
It's
Okay.
easy to come homeless when you run in the streets. You're out here trying to survive, to live, to make something out of yourself. And when you do wrong, this will happen. You come down here till you try to make your life better, rehabilitate yourself, get yourself in like programs, and try to make something out yourself. You don't want to keep living like this, because down here you got to deal with the rats, you got to deal with the birds coming over you, you got to deal with people walking past you, all type of stuff. So once we get ourselves together, we'll leave from down here, because right now this is where we live, this is where we stay. We ain't the only one down. There's a lot of us down here. A lot of us.
I mean, there's IC emergency car. I mean, when you call emergency call, like if you got sick or something, they do arrive immediately for you, and without any charge and without any fee.
They come. If something happened to us, they take us to the hospital. They help us. Even police come through here. You got police come through here every day, all day, checking on the homeless, making sure we okay, making sure there ain't nobody bothering us, making sure we ain't bothering nobody or they bothering us.
I see you're a little bit cold. I mean, are you a little bit nervous or you're cold? I mean, what's your first expectation? I mean, if I come next time, for next time, we will try to bring you your first emergency things. Like, what do you need first time thing? I know you may look like a bed thing stuff or clothes for winter. Winter is coming. What are you looking for? I mean,
We would need boots.
Boots, like shoes,
yeah.
like okay.
Boots, long john tops and bottom, blankets, gloves, hats, just to make it through the winter.
So you planning to spend your winter here, or you may move somewhere?
I've got to stay here during the winter.
So where you were in the last winter, like last year?
Here,
Oh, here.
I was upstairs, sleeping upstairs then.
Okay. How was the cold? I mean, it's amazing. Like Chicago is like windy city. I know there's no wind, maybe downstairs, but
It was below zero.
yeah.
We have like maybe 10 blankets, maybe 10, 15.
Is it your friends or anyone you know they died while winter? Because we heard it from news, but we don't know them, right?
Yes, some people have died down here during the winter time.
They get frostbite real bad. And what happened is, they come in, some of them drink, and they fall out and go to sleep.
And they don't put no blanket.
The cold don't affect them right. Go ahead.
They don't put no blanket and nothing on them. They pass out, and it's below zero. And then find them next morning froze to death, dead. But
It's scary. I mean, So when you see this kind of situation, do you also like think about it? Maybe next winter we're not gonna spend the time here, or at least move to like a warm places. Like because I used to live in Texas, I used to live in California. There's like more homeless people there because of the weather, right? Have you ever thought to move at least like a warmer climate places? You know, just to avoid the winter.
Well, we would like to do that, but we from Chicago. We used to the cold, so we deal with it. But we're not planning on being down here all our life. We're not planning on being down here all our life.
No, I know. I mean, things happen when you don't plan, and then you never. I mean, no one wants to be here, but just I mean, it's winter is coming, right? And maybe it's 1-2 months. It's already cold. It's already getting cold. But maybe you have a still plan. I mean, if you have maybe $30-40, and you get jump on a bus, and one day you're gonna be in Texas, right? In Texas, I mean, there's gonna be winter, but not like in Chicago.
Like I told
They don't even have snow.
we used to the winter. It doesn't bother us because we used to it. We know how to deal with it. You
People die while winter, right? Even you're human. You're not like a robot, or you can. I mean, even the steels can get rust or can get bad.
Tell you this.
Yeah,
Hold on.
yeah. Take your time.
You remember when it was real cold? I'm talking last year, real cold. And they was on the news saying, don't be out there. If you see a homeless person, help them. I was out there.
Yeah, look, you're risking your life. I mean, you may die anytime.
He said, hey, what are you doing?
our life every year.
He said, get out the cold. Get out the cold. He gave me some money. He said, go get a room.
Ooh, like government?
No, a guy riding down the street.
Oh, local people. Yeah, nice
Like
people.
you,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
you.
yeah, nice.
Stop.
Yeah, of course.
Here go $200. Go get a room. It's too cold for you to be here. And he called me an Uber. Uber came around the corner and took me. Take him to any hotel you want to go. So we got you.
Nice. I'm glad there's still a lot of nice people.
Yeah, you got some nice people down here. Like when the winter comes, there's a lot of church people gonna come down here with clothes, blankets, and stuff like that, and hot food, and feed us and make sure we all right. So while we down here, it's cold down here, but it's not that bad because we ain't up there in the cold. But once we touch the cold, going to the store, whatever, yeah, we might get cold for a minute. But once you get under the blankets and your body heat and the blanket warms yourself up, then you don't move no more. You be in the bed all day.